Hello. So let us look at this disk. And we have a terminal A, terminal B and terminal C. Let us consider this disk is a metal. If the terminal C is connected to ground and terminal A as well as terminal B will be grounded automatically. So but terminal A and B is connected to the VCC through some pull-up resistor. So let us assume like this. Now when you rotate the disk in this clockwise direction, this teeth will come in this direction. So A will get disconnected from this disk. So when A gets disconnected first, when it rotates some angle, because A is connected to VCC through pull-up resistor, A becomes 1. That means AC becomes 1 first. After some angle of rotation, B will also get disconnected because this whole teeth will come this side. So AC disconnects first, then BC disconnects next. Because AC disconnects first, AC waveform will go from 0 to 1 first, then BC waveform will go from 0 to 1. So after some time, after some angle of rotation, when this portion comes here, AC will keep in contact with this. So AC becomes 0 and then BC will come in contact with this disk, then BC becomes 0. So when you keep on rotating in this clockwise direction, this waveform you can observe. Similarly, when you rotate in anti-clockwise direction, BC will get disconnected first. So BC will become 1 first. After some angle of rotation, AC will become 1. Then this process continues. So we can identify the direction of rotation of this disk by looking at the AC waveform and BC waveform. If the AC waveform goes from 0 to 1 first, then BC waveform goes from 0 to 1 next, then we can say the disk is rotating in clockwise direction. In other words, if BC waveform goes from 0 to 1 first, then AC waveform goes from 0 to 1 next, then we can say the disk is rotating in anti-clockwise direction. So at any rotation we can get a pulse, but whether it is rotating in clockwise direction or anti-clockwise direction can be identified only through the AC rising edge as well as BC rising edge. In short, if AC goes up 0 to 1 first, then it is clockwise. If BC goes up from 0 to 1, then you can say it is anti-clockwise. This we can very well identify by using this simple truth table. Let us say this is position, in this waveform, let us say this is position 1, position 2, 3, 4, 5. And this is going to be periodic, it is going to be repeated. At position 1, let us look at the clockwise direction. At position 1, AC and BC are 0, 0. At position 2, AC becomes 1 and BC becomes 0. At position 3, AC 1, BC 1. At position 4, AC 0, BC 1. At position 5, again it comes back to 0, 0. So all these 5 positions are given in this table. So position 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Initially 0, 0. AC becomes 1 first. Then BC becomes 1. Then AC becomes 0 first. Then BC becomes 0 next. If this is the case, then we can say the disk is rotating in clockwise direction. In other words, if BC becomes 1 first, then AC becomes 1, then we can say disk is rotating in anti-clockwise direction. By looking at this table, we can able to identify very easily whether the disk is rotating in clockwise direction or anti-clockwise direction. This is the working principle of a rotary encoder. So this rotary encoder is widely used in all high-end electronic appliances to identify the rotation of the clockwise direction or anti-clockwise direction, and the number of pulses denotes how much angle it has turned. This is very much useful in most of the high-end applications. So let us look at this corresponding rotary encoder from this diagram. So this is the rotary encoder. When we rotate in this clockwise direction, we will get the waveforms. When you rotate in anti-clockwise direction, we will get some waveforms. So the same waveform we can observe in this oscilloscope, the keysight oscilloscope. So if you observe carefully, so there in the top, here these are all the waveforms by rotating, we are getting by rotating it in clockwise direction. These are all the waveforms by rotating it in anti-clockwise direction. So the AC, according to our previous discussion, the AC is yellow waveform, BC is green waveform. When AC goes from 0 to 1, say for example, When AC goes from 0 to 1, then that says it is clockwise direction. If you observe the waveforms carefully, let me go to that waveform carefully. When you will start from the first.